What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. Thank you for always subscribing. Thank you for always tuning into the channel as we grow together as a community. Today, we'll be having a discussion. Why do I call it a discussion? It's because just as some of you are in the beginning phase of your trading, that was the way I was at one point in time. That's the same way every successful trader was on one particular stage of their trading journey. With constant learning, constant grooming, constant working, they are able to grow to where they are currently in their trading journey. And I know a lot of newbie traders, a lot of intermediate traders, a lot of beginner traders are always asking the questions, why do I keep losing? Today, the topic is going to be why 97% of traders fail and how not to be part of those 97%. You can see that the statistic is actually very staggering. Imagine if you are a doctor or trying to go into the medical profession and they tell you 97% of people that go into this profession fail. Don't you think a lot of people, lots of parents won't want to let their children go into even trying? Because if 97% of people that go into medicine fail, then it's just going to be a very little percentage of 3% that are successful. So you see, the statistics makes no sense. But now, if we're talking about trading, let's get back into our space. Now, the 3% of how many succeed? The 3% of 1,000, 3% of 1,000,000 people that try, 3% of 2,000,000 people that try, 3% of how many? Now, how do you get to that 3%? We are going to get to that point at the end of this video. But the question now is going to be, why do we have 97% of traders fail? Why 97% of traders fail? So I had to create a PDF. You can see I had to create a PDF to be able to outline my thought process and my thought methodologies and be able to discuss with you behind the screen. So the reason why you are losing is not because the strategy is bad. No. You're losing because you don't understand the game you're playing. This game we are playing is not gambling. We are playing a probabilistic game. And one of the reasons why newbie traders, which I was part of a newbie trader or a beginner trader, fail is because you are trying to get certainty in an environment that is uncertain, in an environment that provides randomness as its core concept. So it is hard. Basically, we humans, we are hardwired to find certainty. Why do people go to get a job? It's because they are looking for certainty of how they get money to provide for their daily needs. Certainty. So now, the illusion of trading, why it can create like a mindset trap for all beginner traders. Now, I had to write this here. I said, prior to the knowledge I have currently, I used to think trading was all about being right, but it's really about being consistent. You can have a 40% winning strategy over 100. You have a 40% winning strategy, and if you are consistent with that strategy, you are able to extract money from the market consistently with just 40%. Now, without the right knowledge, you kind of be asking yourself, is this even possible? How do somebody that have 40% winning strategy is able to extract money from the market? But if you listen to some of the top traders, if you listen to this trading psychology coach, Mark Douglas, you see there are even some traders that have as low as 30% and they're able to consistently take out money from the market. Why are they able to do that? Is because they have a consistent approach. So now the beginner fantasy is about most new traders, think trading is a quick path to freedom. Unlike a normal job where you are constricted to do things, and you play by the rules, trading gives you that freedom to make and lose whatever you want to do and do whatever you want to do. So new traders don't have these rules that they have in place for themselves that's going to keep them accountable for what they are doing. So these are the reasons why it's easy to just fail in this space. So now the truth about trading is a skill-based game like professional chess or professional football or whatever sport you play. The market rewards patience, discipline, not speed or ambition. I used to call, not like I used to, I call trading a mental sport. That's why you always have to keep your mental space very sharp in this game because you're playing a game that's a probabilistic game where, like footballers or people that play professional chess, they have to be on their A game every time. But you know that you're not trading based on every single trade return. No, we are trading based on a series of trades with positive expectancy at the end of a sample size. Just think about it. Do you think about trading like this? Just this particular word I said about trading based on sample size, not looking at trade on one, just every single trade. You have to start looking at trading in sample sizes. If you don't think about it like this, you need to still learn a lot because there's much for you to learn to get to this particular space. Now, you may come to to this trading environment based on one or two emotional videos you have seen, or motivational videos you have seen online, how people make money, but you seem not to understand that you just put in, let's say, $200 in a trading account and you're looking to double it. You have a bad mindset. You have a skewed, well, let me not call it a bad, you have a skewed mindset coming into the space. That don't work here. If you want to trade at a professional level, you have to start thinking like a professional. That's why 97% of traders fail, because they don't think like the professionals, the 3% that are successful. Number two, you know, a lot of traders, a lot of newbie traders, which I was, I think back at 2023, I used to strategy hop a lot. As soon as this strategy hits its drawdown period, I'm off to the next strategy. It's more like changing my socks up to 3 times in a day. Like as soon as this trading strategy just hits a low, boom, I'm off to the next strategy. You don't do that because if you're doing this, you're not able to track the data of any particular strategy. So the way you can do this is by learning and accepting discomfort. When I mean discomfort is once a trading methodology hits a losing streak, it gets uncomfortable. You're not comfortable with consistently losing, maybe 2 3 trades in a row. You don't we always want to have positive expectancy. Our expectation for every particular trade, we want to be positive, but that's not how it works in this space as a newbie trader. It don't work like that. You have to, like I said earlier, thinking sample sizes, you have to start accepting discomfort. Now, you see, traders may never really master any particular system because they jump from the next new shining object, you are off to the next new shining object. That don't work here. Have one strategy, something that really works. Then double down on learning all the intricacies of that particular strategy. When the downturn comes, when the upturn comes, how to navigate the downtowns. Because navigating in downturns basically means your risk management. How do you navigate those periods? How do you navigate when the strategy is profitable? Because we get euphoric when you have 2 3 4 5 6 winning streaks in a row. Get euphoric and start trying to bet higher, which you shouldn't be doing. So these are some of the things that keep beginner traders, even intermediate traders, from closing that profit gap. When I say profit gap, trying to get to the very, very profitable stage. So let's say as a basketball player doesn't change their shooting form after missing three shots. Why would you want to change your strategy after losing three to four straight? Shouldn't do that. So these are the things, if you are able to pick out some of these things I'm saying, it helps you get out of the popular 97% statistics that fail. Another thing is you don't journal your trades. I don't journal my trade. I used to feel, why am I journaling? What do you mean I should journal what I do in the market? But journaling gives you like a feedback loop of what you are doing and what you are not doing right. And how you're able to journal properly is when you have one strategy that you are working with. Then, from the biofeedbacks of those strategies, you are able to journal each and every situation, each and every attempt, each and every entry, each and every execution. You're able to see, you're able to amplify your setup quality. You're able to track the times you trade. You're able to track the emotions of every particular setup you take, and you are able to manage your risk properly. You're able to see how much risk you take, how much risk you put down, depending on how any particular setup plays. So, if you're able to journal properly, like proper journaling, you are able to, this helps you take out the randomness of your entries, helps you stay precise with your entries. You know exactly what is good, what is right for your edge, and what is not right for your edge. And the thing about journaling is it's not something sexy, it's not something easy. That's why people find it uncomfortable to do. But it is the uncomfortable things that you do that helps you provide clarity to get to the point you are trying to achieve. If not, you can spend 5 years in a loop, constantly jumping from one strategy to another, not trying to journal, and you won't find profitability that you are looking for, except you are not looking to achieve the goal you really set for yourself. I spoke about risk management. A lot of people don't risk properly. When I say risk management, there's a popular saying about in the trading environment about risking 1 to 2% of your account. That is a very solid example, or it's a very, very solid plan. But as soon as you get to like an apex of your knowledge, you can start risking about 5%, 6%. That's when your knowledge becomes very, very intense. Your setup management, your risk management, your journaling, your strategy, all of them, they're on point. The amount of trade, when you backtest, the amount of setups you have seen play out and the ones that have not played out, the amount of muscle memories you have, these are the things that can help you amplify your risk. But before that time, you should keep your risk very, very minimal so you understand the game. The goal is not to make money. At the end of the day, the goal is to make money. But when you play the game properly, the money becomes a byproduct of playing the game the right way. And most traders don't think about probabilities. They don't think about trading in probability. Like I said, if you want to learn about how to think in probabilities properly, I recommend you go and read this book, or you can check it on YouTube. You can find materials from Mark Douglas, like Trading in the Zone and The Disciplined Trader. If you go and read this book, you really understand what it means to think in probability. See, most people treat, like I wrote here, I said most people treat each trade like it's a do or die affair, like it has to be a win. You don't think like that if you want to jump out of the 97% that are not profitable. See, they judge a strategy by 3 to 5 outcome instead of thinking in sample sizes of like 20, 30 trades. Thirdly, emotional attachment to being right equals emotional breakdown when your expectation is not being fulfilled. Trade in sample sizes, think in probability, don't expect every particular trade to win. Because if, let's say, you backtest and you see this particular pattern play out in your backtesting, and when you take those trades, they are right. But remember, that day and the current day you are trading, they are two different days. The participant that participated in that trade and the participant participating in this current setup, they are two different participants. So you have to start thinking like every moment is unique and thinking in probabilities. So one, some of the things that the market exposes you to The markets, you know, first off, the charts don't lie, but your mindset might also lie. The market is always right. Because why do I say the market is always right? It's because the participants that make, first off, for every buy or sell that happens in the market, there's an imbalance between buyers and sellers. That's why markets price tends to go up or go down, because imbalance. Now, the market exposes what the traders behind the screen have decided to, concur to. If they're deciding to buy, that's what the market is going to reveal. So if you're on the wrong side of that particular flow, it's up to you to figure how to be in the right side of the market. So now the market, you know, it helps you, it magnifies your impatience. If you are impatient, the market magnifies it. If you are egotistical, you are always trying to be right at all time, the market magnifies it. If you have been scared of missing out on any particular trade, the market magnifies it. So the market just magnifies every emotion that you feel. So what can help you now? Let's get to the part where I know you have been waiting for. What can help you escape this 95%? I know I've spoken a bit on some of the things that can help you escape it, but let's get in details. One, pick one strategy. Master that strategy. Master the in-depth of that strategy. Focus on why it works. Focus on clarity. Focus on building confidence with that strategy. Two, and when I say pick one strategy, you have to pick the strategy and stay with it for at least 6 months and see the return. When you pick a strategy, backtesting and live trades are two different things. But when you pick a strategy, you have to tweak, learn the intricacies of that strategy, and make sure you figure a way to make it work. Number two, your risk. In your process of learning, you have to keep your risk minimal. 1 to 2% is okay. As soon as you get to a very, very good vantage point, you can start increasing your risk. Three, journal honestly. You can't lie to yourself in this market, because when you are trading live, you won't be able to lie to yourself. Journal everything. Journal every hunch. Journal every emotion. Journal everything. Number four, you have to review trades in 10 to 30 samples, not each trade. Journal each trade, each emotion, but check everything in samples. After taking 20 trades, what's going on? Is it working? Is it not working? What can I tweak? What can I improve on? Create proper trading plan, your trading rules. Just like your normal job gives you rules, in this market you are the boss of your own. So you have to create rules for yourself and you stick by those rules. Now, and finally, you have to accept the grind. Most consistent traders that you see out there have spent nothing less than 2 to 3 years in this game, trying to figure out themselves, understanding themselves. Because if you understand yourself, the market is easy from there. Understand your emotions. So give yourself time. There's no rushing. 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, it's all going to come at the end of the day. So make sure you give yourself time. Accept the grind. Continuously work, continuously amplify your strategy, but do not change it. Don't change it unnecessarily. If you find something that works, keep working with it. So at the moment, if you are currently struggling, it doesn't mean you're not a good trader. It just means you're still learning and finding your ways to get out of the 97% of traders that do not understand what it takes to become a profitable trader. So give yourself time, learn the right knowledge, buy psychology books, get the right strategy. There's no perfect strategy. All strategy have their downtime. So find something that is good. Find a mentor that has something that works. You can check my videos and find my own strategy. Find something that works and continuously improve on your strategy. So with that being said, for you to get out of the 97% that consistently fail in this particular space and cross over to the 3% that consistently profitable in this space, you need to adopt the methodologies and the ideas I've shared. And give yourself time. Chat time. Make sure you continuously test. Make sure you are always consistent in your approach. with the market, and you find yourself at the other side where you are looking to, to be successful. So if you find this video useful, if you find the knowledge I've shared impactful, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, share to your friends, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.